This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Well, yesterday an article was published online which will appear in the March 11 print edition of the New Yorker magazine. An article written by Jane Mayer. Jane Mayer, who has written several great books about politics in America and money in politics in America. The same Jane Mayer who is the recipient of numerous awards for her exemplary work. And in this deep dive titled The Making of the Fox News White House, Fox News has always been partisan, but has it become propaganda? Jane Mayer explores the incestuous symbiosis between Donald Trump and Fox News. In fact, there are several shocking yet not altogether surprising details that she reports on, and it's those that I want to address here. The article uncovers an early collusive relationship between Trump and Fox News. So much so that Donald Trump was reportedly fed debate questions beforehand in an attempt to help him perform better. She writes, quote, "A pair of Fox insiders and a source close to Trump believe that Ailes informed the Trump campaign about Megyn Kelly's question. Two of those sources say that they know of the tip-off from a purported eyewitness. In addition, a former Trump campaign aide says that a Fox contact gave him advance notice of a different debate question, which asked the candidates whether they would support the Republican nominee regardless of who won. The former aide says that the heads up was passed on to Trump, who was the only candidate who said that he wouldn't automatically support the party's nominee, a position that burnished his image as an outsider," unquote. This is just one more piece of evidence that Donald Trump is a sickening hypocrite, since he has railed against Donna Brazile for doing the exact same underhanded and unethical thing while working for CNN. And this isn't, by any means, the only example of Fox News putting their journalistic thumb on the scale for the amoral dipshit who ended up winning the election and becoming the now global embarrassment of a president. Jane Mayer uncovers the fact that not only was Fox News feeding Donald Trump the debate questions, that they were covering for him and by burying stories that no doubt would have damaged his campaign, likely irreparably. In fact, Mayer writes that during the campaign, Fox News reporter Diana Falzone discovered the hush money payments paid to Stormy Daniels by Donald Trump, and Fox News killed the story in an effort to get Donald Trump elected. She writes, quote, "Diana Falzone, who often covered the entertainment industry, had obtained proof that Trump had engaged in a sexual relationship in 2006 with a pornographic film actress calling herself Stormy Daniels. Falzone had worked on the story since March, and by October, she had confirmed it with Daniels through her manager at the time, Gina Rodriguez, and with Daniels' former husband, Mike Motz, who described multiple calls from Trump. Falzone, who also amassed emails between Daniels' attorney and Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, detailing a proposed cash settlement, accompanied by a non-disclosure agreement. Falzone even had seen the contract, but Falzone's story didn't run. It kept being passed off from one editor to the next. After getting one non-committal answer after another from her editors, Falzone at last heard from LaCourte, who was then the head of FoxNews.com. Falzone told colleagues that LaCourte told her, quote, "Good reporting, kiddo, but Rupert wants Donald Trump to win, so just let it go." Good reporting, kiddo, but just let it go. Disgusting. And this was the journalism side of Fox News, not the opinion side they're always talking about, proving again and once and for all that Fox News is a propaganda machine working in concert with Donald Trump. In fact, once the White House had been won, Donald Trump really tried to streamline the blurred lines between where Fox News ended and the White House began, and vice versa. And to do this, he hired former Fox president Bill Shine to be his deputy chief of staff, which in and of itself isn't earth-shattering because Donald Trump has hired all kinds of Fox News rejects to work in his administration. This is particularly egregious and unethical because Fox News is still paying Bill Shine millions of dollars. Jane Mayer writes, quote, Fox has been paying Shine millions of dollars since he joined the administration. Last year, he collected the first half of a $7 million bonus that he was owed after resigning from Fox. This year, he will collect the remainder. That sum is in addition to an $8.4 million severance payment that he received upon leaving the network. But the most over-the-top, revolting example of this Donald Trump Fox News mashup that borders on criminal and is 100% an impeachable offense is the fact that Donald Trump used the United States Department of Justice to protect Fox News and their market share by dealing blows to Sinclair Broadcasting, an up-and-coming competitor. And not only that, not only trying to use the weight and power of the presidency to disallow a merger involving the parent company of CNN, all to punish another competitor of Fox News and a news network which reports on him tough, yet accurately. Listen to this bit from the article in The New Yorker. Quote, Hunt, the former FCC chairman, told me that, quote, there have been 3 moves that have taken place in the regulatory and antitrust world, unquote, involving telecommunications, quote, that are extremely unusual, and the only way to explain them is that they're pro-Fox, and pro-Fox, unquote. Last June, after only 6 months of deliberation, the Trump administration approved Fox's bid to sell most of its entertainment assets to Disney for $71 billion. The Murdoch family will receive more than $2 billion in the deal and will become a major stockholder in the combined company. The Justice Department expressed no serious antitrust concerns, even though the combined company will reportedly account for half the box office revenue in America. Trump publicly congratulated Murdoch even before the Justice Department signed off on the deal and claimed that it would create jobs. In fact, the consolidation is projected to result in thousands of layoffs. In July, the FCC blocked Sinclair Broadcast Group, a conservative rival to Fox, by combining the Tribune Media Company. The FCC argued that the deal would violate limits on the number of TV stations one entity can own, upending Sinclair's hope of becoming the next Fox. The Justice Department, meanwhile, went to court in an effort to stop AT&T's acquisition of Time Warner, which owns CNN, unquote. Now, because we have an independent judiciary in this country, the courts have apparently seen this move for what it is, and utterly embarrassed Donald Trump by ruling against him and his attempts to scuttle this merger. This is yet another investigation that needs to be undertaken by Democrats in the House of Representatives. Abuse of power on this scale is unacceptable and runs counter to not only the spirit of fairness and equal justice under the law that we appreciate in this country, but is also a sickening overreach by a man who already acts as though abusing his office is part of the job description. Not only is it time for this alarming reporting to be formally investigated, but it's time for Republicans to stop running interference for this un-American joke of a president and start putting your country first. And while it may be too late to salvage your storied political party, you may be able to escape with reputations that hold the possibilities of repair. Although, it's doubtful at this point.